Gems and jewels, gems and jewels, gems and jewels. Gems and jewels, gems and jewels, gems and jewels. Is it hitting? Is it ringing? I'm gonna make it ring. Ring, 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 ring. Okay. Alright. Hey y'all. It's Saafyr, your favorite gem, dropping jewels on your crown. And today I am bringing you the topic of radical sexuality. This is my second take, and my first take I was like bursting with energy and I released it all. But I think I've got a lot of similar energy I want to give here. So this might be like a 5 to 10 minute video. I want to keep it under 10 minutes for y'all and just give you what you need so that you can find out what you want. So yes, I'm Saafyr, and y'all already know I've been working really hard, if you don't know, on learning and studying and being my most radical self, right? This has been a lifelong journey that Divine has blessed me on. I'm blessed and highly favored. I have everything I need within me and without. As above, so below. As the universe, so the spirit. I am so grateful for all these blessings. Amin, Ashe, and so it is. So, yes, I've been really just excited because I've been doing a lot of amazing self-care. Like, y'all, if there was an actual camera on my 24-hour life, I would be like, I want that. I think I want that. I might manifest that. I don't know, but only just to inspire. I want to inspire what God is moving through me in witness and action for you all. So if you've seen my shorts, I'm going to be posting more shorts. I have a TikTok of my lower vibration energy, so I'm not really putting a lot of energy on there yet. So we'll get there again. But I'm trying to express my new and healthy, radical sexual energy. Yeah, I mentioned in my last video about being a survivor of sexual trauma, and like, as I said that, after that video, I was like, I felt relieved. A weight was lifting because I don't really think I have ever said it in such a direct way in my work. I have plenty of other YouTube videos of my work supporting other survivors, but I'm now telling my story and showing you my story of me. And I'm seeing that this is where I'm getting the most freedom right now. So I'm really happy about that. So as y'all know, I'm a lesbian. I came out a couple years ago in 2020 and or 2021. I believe I came out in 2021. Yes, and I came out as lesbian in 2021, but I came out as queer in college in 2010. And at that time, I got a lot of pushback, but I was inspired. I had a family member who was queer and was very happy and proud at that time of their queerness. And I was going to an all-women's college, so I felt home when I witnessed that. And I was one of my favorite family members is being out and queer, and then I'm going to college with all these beautiful queer people, women and trans folks, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I've been in the closet about my sexuality. At that time, I was like, I'm coming out, and I'm very spiritual, right? And at that time, I was very Christian. So it was very hard for me to navigate my sexuality all this time. Like, honestly, I'm seeing so much of a patriarchal control and lens over my body as a woman. And for me, once I came out, the first person that resisted was my mother. And that was really hard because I had my own personal, traumas already, and she knew of that, and it didn't matter to her. And so that really showed me how much like religion had power over any conversation, because then it set me over. Like, she told me that I need to read the Bible more, that I shouldn't be like this, and she still to this day hasn't fully embraced my sexuality. And I accept that. I radically accept that. And I still love her, and I take accountability of not trying to keep pushing her to accept that. I have to go on and live my life now, and I am embracing this path in hopes that, what God has in store for me in my practice and my beliefs, that I am a child of God and a lesbian, that one day it will open her heart and see, the beauty of just embracing the truth. Like, that's my truth. That's my radical truth. And I don't hide it. Y'all know. So when I came out to lesbian, I was going into relationships with men and women and trans men, and I loved it, but it was hurting me because I was spread so thin between, different situations and things like that. So I've discovered and learned along the way the power of sacred space. And my sacred space is my responsibility. And I'm listening to the audiobook Pussy Prayers that I found from another amazing YouTuber. I'll put another video in the description. There'll be, quick note. There's always videos and jewels under every video for you to reference and see where I'm getting my perspectives from and what's leading me to my healing, and maybe it can resonate with you. I also have a newsletter. You can subscribe on my website, www.saafyr.com. And, I just upgraded my subscription to 1,000 members. So I'm at 100, and I'm like, bring it on, family. I want to see what's my vibe tribe. Where's my vibe tribe? In my vibe tribe. Where's my vibe tribe? Okay, so... Okay, all right, Saafyr is here. All right, so Saafyr.com, I have music, and there's a link tree. Go ahead and follow me, and let's connect and just stay in connection, communication, and flow. But yeah, so sacred space, that's my sacred space, my creativity, branding myself. I'm sharing my sacred space with you all because you all inspire me to cultivate sacred space. I don't know how much more clear that could get. Because of you, I have a healthy sacred space. Because God moves through all of us, not just me, but there's a God in you and there's a God in me, and that God has a sexual energy that needs to be liberated. And so I'm just going to let it run a little bit because I want to give you the point of being a radically sexually liberated person, being your, in your radical sexuality, is knowing that you have a story inside of you that may silence your sexuality, and your sexuality is coming from pleasure. It's pleasure. To me, I believe that sexuality, radical sexuality, is loving anything at any moment that makes you feel good, not surrendering pleasure. Pleasure comes to you when you surrender pain. Yeah, and with being in practices of radical self-love, right? Say my affirmations, taking the time to take care of my body intentionally, like bathing and brushing my teeth and massages and stretches and working out. I love working out. You see me? It's giving snatched. Snatch. I mean, I got a little help through the medical field, but that's another conversation for another day that I'll get to you about my, health journey. I definitely am excited to talk about that. Radical health might be the next theme. Okay. So, radical self-love is all that self-care, like what we consume and what we digest. We need to eat good. We need to eat really healthy so that we can really enjoy pleasure. Radical acceptance is like accepting your decisions, what is not in your control. Radical accepting what is not in your control and really finding the power in what is in your control. Radical accountability is knowing when to put a stop to things and take responsibility of your own actions, your own life, right? Like it's a form of detachment and just a form of autonomy, reclamation, and like being able to renew your story. And this is what radical sexuality is for me. I'm renewing my story. My story does have a rough journey, but I think I'm even struggling. This is why I'm doing these videos, because it's really hard for me to push through and say how beautiful it is to be a radically empowered being, spiritual being. I'm lesbian. I love it. I love being lesbian. I love Black women. Yeah. I love women for womanhood, but Black women, Latino women, South Asian women, some Asian women, all women. White women, I have a hard boundary, and respectfully, don't ever try it. Just don't. I want to be allies with you. I need us to be allies, and that's a blessing in itself, because you don't want this. you don't want this. I promise you don't. But Black women, I want us to win, okay? And so my inspirations are, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Lizzo, who else? Mary J. Blige, Missy Elliott. Let's see, I can drop on and on. Thames, Victoria Monet, Ari Lennox, Tierra Whack. Let's see, Celia Cruz. Let's go. Like, I can keep going, right? These are my goddesses. Doja Cat, like all of them, who are taking their gifts and making a life out of it. Their sexuality is in our faces, inspiring us to be whatever we want to be, even if it's dark, especially if it's light. We can be in the spectrum of that. So take the time to know your story. Where in your life has people stopped you from expressing yourself? And what can you do to say, I no longer, limit my sexual energy? I went to an event, actually, by the way, Happy Love Week. I'm so sorry. I'm in such a my self-love energy that like Valentine's Day is becoming every day for me. Okay, period. But I did get to see my city turn up, and the love was definitely in the air. And this one brother was like, this one man, I went to a singles mixer, puzzle game mixer. It was so cute. It was fire. A live artist was playing music, and as I'm in line, the man was like, I like men. And I was like, I know that's right. Like, I gotta take it back. I really did. Mainly because I'm like, man, we know y'all love each other. We know there's y'all everywhere with it. But I want to see more spectrum of women being like, I love women. And like, in a way that's like liberated. You don't got to do it every day. Just when that moment hits and it sinks and you're like, I radically accept this for myself. I want you to do the same. All right, so that's it for now. Honestly, like, undo your old traditions. Go ahead and self-love. I think I have to come back and add more. I think this is going to have to be expounded to a part 2 because this video is a little too long for my comfort. And I'm going to have to redo this. Until next time, Saafyr, and I'm out. Love y'all.